So we had already started with digestive system in human beings, right? We discussed what is digestion. We had already discussed about the process involved in holozoic nutrition. 5 main processes, remember? Ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and digestion, right? So we had started with the digestive system in human beings. And we started with actually alimentary canal. We discussed about alimentary canal, how it started, where it ends, all the organs that makes alimentary canal. Then we studied a bit about mouth and 3 most important terms like ecodont, heterodont, and one was diphyodont. Ecodont, diphyodont, and heterodont. We studied about dental formula in adult as well as in babies. So I think we didn't discuss about salivary gland and its enzymes. Did we discuss? Okay, this part was done. Stomach parts I think we have already discussed. Yes, stomach part we have already discussed. Today we need to start with gastric glands. Glands are present within the stomach. Okay. So stomach ke bare mein we had studied that it has many folds known as gastric rugae. The folds in the stomach, the muscular fold, the whole of the stomach is divided into 3 parts. It is divided into 3 parts: cardiac, the funduct, and the pyloric. Okay. Cardiac, funduct, and pyloric. 3 main parts in stomach. Now, today we are going to start with the glands that are present within the stomach. Okay. So glands present within the stomach are known as gastric gland. The gastric word is here is for stomach. So the glands that are present within the stomach, gastric gland. And what does it secrete? It secretes 2 things mainly. One is HCl, the acid that is present within the stomach organ, and the other is digestive enzyme, the digestive enzymes. Okay, so दो चीजें ये secrete कर रहा है. One is digestive juice containing digestive enzymes, and the other thing is acid. Okay, so secretion of gastric gland is known as gastric juice. The secretion of gastric gland is known as gastric juice. Okay. Is it okay now? Is it okay, voice? Glands that are present within the stomach is known as gastric gland. Okay. And it's mainly going to secrete 2 things. One is acid that is present within the stomach, and the second thing is digestive juice containing all the digestive enzymes. Okay. Now, secretion of this gland, the secretion of this gastric gland is known as gastric juice. The secretion of gastric gland, it is known as gastric juice. Okay. Now, स्टमक के अंदर जो बच्चा pH रहता है, स्टमक के अंदर जो pH रहता है, it is acidic pH. Stomach within the pH, it is acidic. Generally, it ranges between 1 to 3.5. It is much acidic. 1 to 3.5 because of presence of hydrochloric acid. Because of presence of an acid that is hydrochloric acid. Okay, so I've discussed 3 things right till now. The gastric gland, the gland within the stomach, it is going to secrete 2 things. One is acid, the other is digestive enzyme. Are you not able to understand whatever I'm telling? I will try reconnecting. Please wait. I hope it's clear now. Okay. So, bacha, just try to understand. Okay, I'm going to repeat everything. Try to understand. So, and it is going to secrete an acid known as HCl, okay, hydrochloric acid, and the other thing that it is going to secrete is digestive juice, or you can say gastric juice, which will be containing digestive enzymes. Now, the pH stomach region will be very low, and it will range in between 1 to 3.5 because of the presence of this HCl, because of the presence of this acid, that is hydrochloric acid. Okay. So mainly in the stomach region, there are three kind of cells that are present. In the stomach region, in the gastric lining is the lining that is the lining of the stomach. Okay. So in the stomach lining or in the gastric lining, the three kind of cells that are present, the three kind of cells that are present are parietal cell, also known as oxyntic cell. Second is chief cell, and the third one is mucus cell. Parietal cell, also known as oxyntic cell, chief cell. Third one is mucus cell. Okay. The first one, that is the parietal cell or the oxyntic cell. It is the one that is going to secrete acid, hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is being secreted by oxyntic cell or the parietal cell. Second one, that is chief cell. Chief cells are the one that are going to secrete pepsinogen enzyme. Pepsinogen is the enzyme. Okay. So, parietal cell is going to secrete HCl. Chief cell, it is the one that is going to secrete pepsinogen enzyme. Enzyme that is known as pepsinogen. And the third one is the mucus cell that is going to secrete mucus. तीनों का अलग-अलग function. The pepsinogen enzyme that is going to be secreted by chief cell, it is in its inactive stage. Pepsinogen enzyme is in inactive stage. Sorry, just wait. Please wait. Okay, I'm coming to that point. Let me tell you everything step by step. I will cover all the point. Don't worry. And then अगर कोई भी doubt हो तो you can ask. Okay. So parietal cell are going to. The voice, is it not clear? Are you not able to understand? Just wait, but just wait. Please give me 5 minutes. Please give me 5 minutes. I will rejoin. Okay. Just wait. But is it better now? Okay, let me explain something. Let me proceed with the lecture. Let me proceed with the lecture. If still it will not proceed, then we will see. Okay. Okay. So gastric gland we were talking about, bacha. Gastric glands are the glands that are present within the stomach region. Okay. Now, stomach region has very low pH because of the presence of an acid known as hydrochloric acid. So hydrochloric acid is present in the stomach and it makes the stomach region very acidic, and it ranges between 1 to 3.5. Okay. Now, all the stomach region, throughout the stomach region, there are three kinds of cells that are present. One is parietal cell or the oxyntic cell. The second one is chief cell. And the third one is mucus cell. Parietal cell or the oxyntic cell. Second one is chief cell. And the third one is mucus cell. So three types of cells are present within the stomach region. The very first one, that is the parietal cell, it is going to secrete the acid, hydrochloric acid. The second one is the chief cell, and it is going to secrete an enzyme known as pepsinogen. But pepsinogen is the inactive state of pepsin enzyme. So ये pepsin enzyme जो actually secrete होता है, वो inactive state में secrete होता है, that is pepsinogen. And mucus cell are going to secrete mucus. So let's say not propepsin, pepsinogen, it is written here. Pepsinogen. It is an inactive state of pepsin enzyme. Yes, Khushi, mucus mainly secrete होता रहता है, and it prevents, mucus का काम क्या है? It prevents the lining of the stomach being degraded due to the presence of HCl enzyme. Sorry, HCl acid, hydrochloric acid. Okay. So तीनों का function क्या है? Pepsinogen inactive stage में secrete हुआ. Now the this inactive stage of pepsinogen enzyme, it is activated in the presence of HCl only. It is activated in the presence of hydrochloric acid only, or in the acidic region you can say. So HCl का function हो गया pepsinogen को उसके active form pepsin में convert करना. Now because this enzyme need acidic region and HCl is being secreted within the stomach lining can be degraded. So to stop this or to prevent the lining of the stomach being degraded by this HCl, the mucus cell present there, they secrete mucus. And mucus is the one that is going to prevent the degradation of the stomach lining due to the presence of HCl. Okay. So तीनों का function बच्चा clear है? Pepsinogen digestion में help करेगा, enzyme है digestive enzyme, but it is being secreted in its inactive state. तो उसको active state में कौन convert करेगा? Acidic pH that is present in the stomach region because of the presence of HCl that is being secreted by parietal or the oxyntic cell. And third one is mucus. Mucus helps in the prevention of the degradation of prevention from the degradation of the stomach lining due to the presence of this HCl. But the chief cell is going to secrete the most important enzyme in the stomach, that is pepsinogen enzyme. So pepsinogen enzyme क्या करेगी? आगे जाके pepsin बनेगी and it will ultimately do the digestion of protein, but it is being secreted in its inactive state. So HCl के present में, acidic environment के present में, it is going to get converted into its active form, that is pepsin. Okay, Maulik, is it clear now? Now HCl के दो function mainly बच्चा, hydrochloric acid, it makes the medium acidic, that is required for the action of gastric enzyme. Okay, and the second function is it kills whatever microorganism, that is bacteria or any pathogen that will be present in the food. So it will kill those organisms as well. So mainly two function. Akshay, cheek cells are the one that are present in cheek. और यहाँ पर cheek cells का भी कुछ लेना देना नहीं है बच्चा. Cheek cells are the one that are present in cheek. और cheek cells का काम वहां पर है, salivary glands में, not here. HCl mainly two function. It is making the environment in the stomach acidic for conversion of pepsinogen, the inactive enzyme, into its active form, that is pepsin. And the second one is it kills whatever microorganism enters with our food and it reaches into the stomach region. So the HCl is going to kill those microorganisms. Okay, so main functions हो गए HCl के. Now let us see what is happening within the stomach. इसने यहाँ चीफ सेल्स नहीं, बच्चों में बच्चा कुछ जक्सा ग्लोमेरुलर टाइप का सेल होता है, जेजी सेल्स बोलते हैं, उनके थ्रू रेनिन सिक्रीट होता है. जेजी सेल्स they are known as. It is not in your syllabus, but I'm telling you if you are asking, juxtaglomerular cells होते हैं, जेजी cells. Now, what is happening within the stomach region? Okay, pepsinogen, it is being secreted whenever we are going to eat food. First digestion is going to take place in mouth, that we have already studied about. Remember, every amylase will act, and उसमें जो starch portion होगा, it will get converted into maltose. It is already done in the mouth region. Now after this region, the bolus part, जो food अब बना है, it is known as bolus. It will go through the esophagus and finally it is in the stomach region. Now in the stomach region, what is happening? These cells are going to secrete pepsinogen enzyme, which is in its inactive form, and it is being converted into pepsin, which is its active form in the presence of hydrochloric acid. This step is happening in adults. This step is happening in adults. But in the case of babies or the infants, I am going to take all your doubts and I will answer all your doubts, but at the end of the lecture. Let me teach the topic first. If you have any doubt in your mind, please note it down in your notebook somewhere. And at the end of the lecture, I will answer all the doubts. Okay. Now, pepsinogen, this enzyme is being secreted in the adults only. But prorenin, it is the enzyme that is being secreted in the infants or the babies. So prorenin जो enzyme है बच्चा, ये एक JG cells होते हैं, juxtaglomerular cells. It is not in your syllabus anyways, but I'm telling you because you are asking. So वहाँ babies में JG cell or the juxtaglomerular cells, these cells are going to release this prorenin enzyme, and prorenin again is the inactive form of the enzyme, which is going to get activated in the presence of HCl or the hydrochloric cell. Bacha, these JG cells are present in infant stomach and they are going to secrete prorenin. Anyways, it is not in your syllabus till now. Nobody will ask, don't worry. Now pepsinogen convert हो रहा है pepsin में in the presence of HCl. This step is happening in adults, and prorenin is going to get converted into renin, that is its active form in the presence of HCl, and this step is happening in the case of infants. Now, what is the function of pepsin enzyme? Pepsin enzyme क्या करेगा बच्चा? This third step, read this third step. This pepsin enzyme will act on the protein or the peptones. Peptones are the class of protein only. Don't get confused. Peptones are the class of proteins only. So peptones and proteins, one and same thing. Okay. So proteins and peptones, whatever that present in the food, it is being digested and broken down into smaller proteins known as peptides. So proteins are, you can say proteins are large form of amino acid and peptides are small form of amino acid. Amino acid क्या होता है बच्चा? Amino acid is the simplest form of protein. Many amino acid join together to form peptide, and many peptide join together to form peptone and proteins. So whatever proteins and peptones that are present within our food, they are going to get converted into peptide, which is the shorter form of protein and peptone in the presence of this pepsin enzyme. So pepsin enzyme is actually doing what? It is helping in the digestion of protein. It is helping in the breakdown of protein molecules. So this is the function for pepsin enzyme. Now बच्चा जो प्रोरेनिन इनएक्टिव फॉर्म में रिलीज हुआ था और एक्टिव फॉर्म रेनिन में कन्वर्ट हुआ था इन द इन्फेंट्स. अब इन्फेंट्स पूरा खाना तो खाते नहीं है. They don't eat food like that of adults, right? So mainly उनका डाइट क्या होता है? It is milk. Mainly babies का डाइट क्या होता है? Milk. So milk में एक प्रोटीन प्रेजेंट होता है बच्चा, casein. If you can see it written on this slide, casein protein. Milk में protein present होता है, casein protein. In the presence of renin enzyme, this protein in the presence of renin enzyme plus calcium that is already present within the milk. So in the presence of this renin and calcium that is already present within the milk, this casein, the milk protein, it is going to get converted into para-caseinate. It is going to get converted into para-caseinate. Now this para-caseinate, it is actually the combination of milk protein plus calcium. Okay, so it is the combination of milk protein and calcium which is formed in the presence of renin enzyme. So this para-caseinate, it is more digestible as compared to this raw milk that babies ingest. Okay, so this phenomena in the babies is known as curdling of milk. देखा होगा कभी कभी बेबीज अगर वापस वॉमिट कर देते हैं तो उनका जो मिल्क वापस बाहर आता है, it is somewhat in curd form. It is very thick. Okay, because already ये process उनके stomach में हो गया होता है. It is already done. So what is happening in the case of adult? अगर मैं adult की बात करूं, pepsinogen secrete हो रहा है from the chief cells. It is in its inactive form. HCl की presence में it is being activated and form pepsin. This pepsin will now act on the proteins and the peptone that is present in the food, and now this proteins and peptones, it gets converted into peptide. So this is about adult. बच्चा प्रोरेनिन सिर्फ इन्फेंट्स में हो रहा है. It is not being because प्रोरेनिन जो ऑलरेडी हमारे पास लैक्टेज एंजाइम प्रेजेंट होती है जो मिल्क प्रोटीन पे एक्ट करता है. That is present in small intestine. We will come on to that point. So prorenin is not required here. Prorenin is present in infants only. Okay, Sneha? Now infants में क्या हो रहा है? Prorenin is being secreted, and in the presence of HCl, it is being converted into renin, which is the active form of prorenin, and this renin is going to act on casein, that is the soluble milk protein. in the presence of calcium, and it is going to get converted into para-caseinate. This phenomena is known as curdling of milk, and because of this phenomena, now this para-caseinate, it is much more digestible and much more absorbable in the body of the infants. Yes, Akshat, you can consider that. You can consider that. No, Nishan, infant doesn't have that. Renin is the main enzyme that is present in the infants. The milk protein, there is a separate enzyme that is present. It is known as lactase. It is not formation of dahi or paneer, but you can say matlab the milk becomes thick and more absorbable form. It is in the more absorbable form. So that is why the phenomena, and it gets very thick, just like curd. So it is known as curdling of milk. Protein is written here, but the name of protein is casein. Casein. It is written here. See. Casein is being converted into para-caseinate. Okay. So this is what is happening in stomach. So stomach is the part where mainly digestion of protein is taking place. The digestion have already started in the mouth region. वहां पर starch का digestion start हो गया था. But in the stomach region, the protein is the one that is being digested. So mainly digestion stomach में किसका हो रहा है? Protein का. Okay. So this was all about gastric gland and its secretion. Now let us proceed towards. I've already told you about this peristaltic movement, right? That we have already discussed. Let us proceed through. But gastric lipase भी secrete होता है. Gastric lipase also gets secreted within the stomach region, but it is in very minute quantity, you can say, very less quantity. So gastric lipase release hota hai, but it is going to get secreted in very minute amount, and so mainly digestion जो माना जाता है stomach में, that is of protein. Okay, Abhinav? Now let us proceed towards small intestine. Small intestine. The next region of alimentary canal. We have already discussed till now salivary glands that are present in mouth region and the gastric gland that are present in stomach region. Now we will start in small intestine. What all happening within the small intestine? What are the different parts of a small intestine, and what all digestive glands secrete their secretion in the small intestine? Okay. So small intestine, bacha, it has mainly 3 regions. Why small intestine is known as small intestine? Can anyone tell me? If we compare small intestine with large intestine longer है या small intestine longer है length में? Which one is longer? Yes, small intestine is longer in length, but it is smaller in radius. So that is why it is known as small intestine. Very good. Yes, small intestine is longer in length, but it is smaller in radius, or you can say it is smaller in width. That is why it is known as small intestine. And mainly it is divided into 3 parts: duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. So ileum, in among these 3, the ileum is the one that is the longest part of the small intestine. Among these 3 parts, ileum is the one that is the longest part of the small intestine. Okay. Now, again, some sphincter. हम लोगों ने स्टमक में स्फिंक्टर मसल्स पढ़े, रिमेंबर? कार्डियक रीजन present, that was cardiac sphincter, and the sphincter that was present within the between the pylorus region of the stomach and the small intestine was pyloric sphincter. Okay, now the opening of the stomach into the duodenum. अक्षत, हम लोगों ने वहां पे स्टमक रीजन में 2 टाइप्स ऑफ स्फिंक्टर मसल्स पढ़े थे. One was cardiac sphincter and the second one was pyloric sphincter. So pyloric sphincter say I am starting. The very first region of the small intestine is known as duodenum, and the opening of the stomach into this duodenum region is guarded by pyloric sphincter. Pylorus was the part for stomach, right? Or stomach or small intestine. The very first region of a small intestine is duodenum. So we can say stomach के pylorus region में and small intestine के duodenum region में. Between these two, which sphincter is present? Pyloric sphincter. So pyloric sphincter is present and it is guarding the opening of the stomach into the duodenum. First thing. Second, the last part is ileum. The last part of small intestine is ileum. उसके बाद क्या शुरू हो जाता है? Large intestine. The ileum, the last part of the small intestine, it is connected with the first part of the small intestine known as cecum. First part of the small intestine is known as cecum. Okay. Last part of this small intestine is known as ileum. So ileum and cecum के बीच में जो sphincter present होगा, means small intestine and large intestine के बीच में जो sphincter muscle present है, it is known as ileocecal sphincter. Ileocecal sphincter. Khushi, in the last class we had discussed what is the need for sphincter. These sphincter muscles do not let food enter into the next organ till the work of the previous organs has been done. So अगर stomach में already पूरा digestion complete नहीं हो गया है, till then it will not allow the food to enter into the small intestine. Okay, Khushi? These two sphincter muscles are present here in the small intestine. Okay? Now the food that is present in the small intestine, you can say after the action of pepsin enzyme on the food now is known as chyme. Is down the food in the small intestine, it is now known as chyme. In the small intestine, as we have already discussed, bolus कहाँ पे बोला था food को? The bolus word. Esophagus, yes, esophagus में. Mouth में already salivary amylase उस पे act कर गया. Now in the region of esophagus, the food is known as bolus. But after the action of pepsin enzyme, the food is known as chyme. So the food that is entering in the small intestine, it is known as chyme. Okay? So chyme के अंदर जो food है that is entering from the stomach, it is now known as chyme. The food that is in the small intestine. After the action of pepsin enzyme, of course. Stomach में pepsin enzyme ही act किया है ना? So, see, you can say it is acidic in nature and it is partially digested food. It is acidic in nature because पूरा अभी acidic environment of stomach से निकल के आया है. So it is mostly acidic in nature and partially digested food. partially digested because सिर्फ इसमें अभी थोड़ा पार्ट ही डाइजेशन प्रोसेस के थ्रू गया है, मतलब प्रोटीन का थोड़ा बहुत डाइजेशन हुआ है एंड स्टार्च का डाइजेशन हुआ होगा. So it is partially digested food. Yes, so bolus is being actually converted into chyme in the stomach region. So जैसे ही stomach में pepsin enzyme act किया इस पे and the protein part is being converted into peptide, it is now being partially digested. Now it can be called chyme. So whenever the food is entering into the small intestine after the action of pepsin enzyme, the food is known as chyme. Okay. Now, small intestine is the major site of digestion and absorption of nutrient. But it is the major site because it is the site where complete digestion of food will take place. Small intestine is the site where complete digestion of food will take place. I am coming to that point, bacha. I am coming to that point. Don't worry, I'll cover. So small intestine is the site of alimentary canal where the digestion process will complete. Okay. So this is the site where the complete digestion will take place, and also it is the site for absorption of nutrient. So small intestine में digestion भी complete हो जाएगा. The complete process of digestion will take place, as well as it is the site for absorption of nutrient as well. वो सिर्फ differentiate करने के लिए है. The colors are for just to differentiate in between, nothing else. Okay. Now let us move forward. Glands of small intestine. Now glands of small intestine. There are mainly three types of glands that are present within the small intestine. Three types of glands. There are mainly three types of glands that are present within the small intestine. The very first one is Brunner's gland. Ever heard about this gland? कभी नहीं सुना. Okay, चलो डिस्कस करते हैं. Length of small intestine is around 6 to 7 meters. Length of small intestine will be around 6 to 7 meter. While length of large intestine will be around 1.5 meter. 1.5 to 2 meter you can say. Okay. Now, glands of small intestine, the very first one is Brunner's gland. Brunner's gland is the one that is going to secrete mucus. Like in the case of stomach. Stomach में कौन से cells कर रहे थे secrete? Mucus cell. Right? यहाँ पर special नाम है known as Brunner's gland. So Brunner's gland, sometimes these are also known as goblet cell. No, intestinal glands or glands of intestine, one and same thing. But they can be of many types. Okay. Yes. Cellular glands ही हैं. These are cellular glands only. Okay. So Brunner glands, or you can say goblet cells. Sometimes these are also known as goblet cells. Secretion क्या होता है? Mucus. इनका secretion क्या होता है? Mucus. बच्चा देखो, ब्रूनर्स ग्लैंड और द गॉबलेट सेल दैट आर गोइंग टू सिक्रीट म्यूकस, दे आर फाउंड इन ड्यूडेनम रीजन ओनली. अब जब स्टमक से काइम एंटर हो रहा है ड्यूडेनम रीजन में ऑफ स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन, इट इज स्टिल एसिडिक ना. सो वहां पर स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन की लाइनिंग को वी नीड टू प्रोटेक्ट. So that is why mucus is required there also. Okay, Daksha? Yes. Pulmonary glands are going to secrete mucus, and these are found in duodenum region only. Pair patches are the second type of glands, or you can say these are lymph nodules. Lymph nodules आपने पढ़ा होगा lymph circulatory system में lymphatic system एक होता है. लिम्फ नोड्यूल्स जो लिम्फोसाइट प्रोड्यूस करता है. लिम्फोसाइट्स आर द टाइप ऑफ WBC. ओके, सो लिम्फोसाइट्स आर द lymph nodules actually, which is a type of WBC, and these lymphocytes they help in killing harmful pathogens. तो जो भी हार्मफुल बैक्टीरिया प्रेजेंट होगा स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन रीजन में, दे आर गोइंग टू किल देम. एक्चुअली इनका फंक्शन होता है, दे आर फैगोसाइटिक इन नेचर. So they thus engulf the bacteria and kill them. Okay. Chyme is acidic. Chyme is acidic in nature. After the action of these small intestine में जितने भी enzymes होंगे, intestinal enzymes, it will become alkaline in nature. So chyme which is entering into the small intestine, it will be acidic. No, Akshat, viruses का function is completely different. Viruses has completely different machinery. Bacha, goblet cells are Brunner's cells only, you can say, and they are also secreting mucus. दोनों का function is same only. Is it clear till now? What are lymphocytes? Brunner glands and goblet cell दोनों ही duodenum region में present होते हैं. थोड़ा सा उनका histology में difference होता है बच्चा, मतलब उनका tissue में you can say थोड़ा difference है. So that is why separate name. Okay. Now crypts of Lieberkühn. Crypts of Lieberkühn. These are actually the intestinal glands. These are the main glands that is going to secrete intestinal juice, which is also known as succus entericus. Succus entericus. Okay. Succus entericus is the another name for intestinal juice. बच्चा अगर आप लोग मुझसे बीच बीच में डाउट्स पूछते रहोगे, so how I will proceed towards the topic. Let me finish the topic. Let me complete what is actually there in your syllabus. Then I will take all your doubts. Is it okay? Let me finish with the syllabus first, na? Then I will take all your doubts. Mainly three glands of a small intestine that are there, Brunner's gland or goblet cells that are present in the duodenum region, they are going to secrete mucus. The second type is pair patches, which are also known as lymph nodules, and they are going to produce a type of WBCs known as lymphocyte, and its function is to kill harmful bacteria that are present within the small intestine region. The third one is crypts of Lebercon. These are also known as intestinal glands. ठीक है, intestinal glands में entricous glands भी आते हैं. Yes, you are correct. Entrical glands भी आते हैं and they are going to secrete intestinal juice. They are going to secrete intestinal juice, which is also known as succus entricus. Which is also known as succus entricus. So these three types mainly are present in the small intestine region. Now let us start with the liver. Liver. See, एक बार हम लोग देख लें क्या क्या glands present है, and then we will see what is happening in the small intestine. Okay. So small intestine में the very first secretion of digestive juice will be through intestinal gland, that is succus entricus or intestinal juice. Okay, this was the first secretion. The second secretion will be through liver, bacha. The second secretion will be through liver. Now liver, it is the largest digestive gland of the body. It is the largest gland that is present within the body. Okay, and it has two lobes. Liver has two lobes. Please remember this. The liver is the digestive gland of the body. No, sorry, it is the largest gland of the body, and it is divided into two lobes. कभी-कभी पूछ लेते हैं कितने lobes present होते हैं. So the liver region, it is divided in two lobes. Now there are some particular cells known as Kupffer cell. There is a kind of cell known as Kupffer cell that is present in the liver, and these act as phagocyte. These act as phagocyte, which is going to eat up the dead cell or any bacteria that is present in the liver. So it is performing phagocytosis. Phagocytosis process है, in a cell gulps something. In a cell gulps something. It is known as phagocytosis. Kupffer cells present hai in the lining of the liver, they engulf the bacteria or the dead cell. Okay, so Kupffer cells का function क्या है? Protect. These are protective in nature somewhat. Sinusoid का मतलब बच्चा क्या होता है? It is actually a endothelium lined space. तो एक छोटा सा स्पेस होता है जिसमें ये सेल्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं, which is covered with endothelium lining. Okay, Anvi? So just remember the Kupffer cells are present in the liver region and its function is phagocytosis, which is going to eat up the dead cell or the bacteria. Now, liver में what is happening? It is going to produce a juice known as bile juice. So bile juice का production कहाँ पर हो रहा है? Liver में. But after being produced, it is being stored in another organ known as gallbladder. So please remember, liver is the one that is going to secrete or produce the bile juice. But it is going to get stored in gallbladder. So gallbladder is the organ that is just storing the bile juice, so that whenever it is required in the body, it can come out of the gallbladder at that time. Okay? बच्चा, liver produce करता है bile juice, धीरे धीरे slowly it is producing and it is storing in the gallbladder. So जैसे हमने खाया तो already enough bile juice, it is already produced by the liver and it is stored in the gallbladder, and gallbladder is going to release that. जितना चाहिए होगा उस टाइम बॉडी को, जितना whatever and whatever requirement is there in the body, according to the requirement, that much bile juice will be secreted from the gallbladder. So gallbladder is just storage organ for the bile juice. Okay. Now what is the composition of bile juice? What is the composition for bile juice? Bile juice के अंदर बच्चा mainly तो water होता है, around 90% water होता है उसमें. Remaining जो रह गया that is bile salt. As many salt जिनको हम because these salts are present in bile, it is known as bile salt. और कौन कौन से टाइप के bile salt हो सकते हैं? There can be sodium chloride, that is NaCl. The other is sodium bicarbonate, and other two sodium glycolate and sodium taurocolate. So sodium chloride and sodium bicarbonate can be there. The other two are sodium glycolate and sodium taurocolate. इसमें यार लिवर को बाइल जूस बनाने में टाइम लगता है, टेक्स टाइम. सो दैट इज व्हाई जब भी लिवर प्रोड्यूस करता है, आफ्टर दैट थोड़ा थोड़ा इट इज गेटिंग स्टोर्ड विद इन द गॉल ब्लैडर, सो दैट जैसे ही बॉडी में नीड हो बाइल जूस की, it can be secreted in large amount through already stored form. Okay. So what was the composition? 90% तो water है. Remaining part में there can be bile salt or there can be bile pigment. Bile salt और bile pigment. So bile salt में कौन कौन से salt आ गए बच्चा? Sodium chloride, sodium bicarbonate, sodium glycolate and sodium taurocolate. And bile pigment जो present होते हैं, it can be bilirubin or it can be biliverdin. बाइल बच्चा डाइजेस्ट नहीं करता है कुछ, मैं अभी उसका फंक्शन बताऊंगी, जस्ट वेट. बाइल इज नॉट गोइंग टू डाइजेस्ट एनीथिंग, सी इट हैज नो एंजाइम. बाइल जूस इज द जूस that is being secreted within the digestive tract, but it has no enzyme present in it, so it is not going to help in so it is not going to digest anything, but it is going to help in digestion of fat. Kaise? We will discuss it. Yes, it does emulsification of fat. Very good. It emulsifies fat. वो क्या होता है जिसको नहीं पता, we will discuss it soon. Okay. Yes, bile pigment बच्चा, it does come from erythrocyte. Erythrocyte का breakdown होता है within the liver. Dead erythrocytes का breakdown होता है within the liver and bile pigment वहीं से release होते हैं. Bile pigment है बच्चा, तो bile pigment क्या करेगा? उसे एक particular color provide करेगा. And it is also going to help in absorption process. Vitamin के absorption में bile pigments help करते हैं. So I'll discuss that point when we will come on to that absorption process. Okay, Anvi? Clotting में बच्चा विटामिन हेल्प करता है, विटामिन के हेल्प करता है, क्लॉटिंग फैक्टर. यस. सो बाइल का कॉम्पोजिशन वाटर, बाइल सॉल्ट एंड बाइल पिगमेंट. बाइल सॉल्ट में कौन कौन से सॉल्ट हो गए? सोडियम क्लोराइड, सोडियम बाइकार्बोनेट, सोडियम ग्लाइकोलेट एंड सोडियम टोरोकोलेट. एंड बाइल पिगमेंट are of two types, bilirubin and biliverdin. But do remember the bile juice, it has no enzyme present in it. No enzyme. Okay. So liver, largest digestive gland hai. There are Kupffer cells present within the liver cell that are going to perform phagocytosis function. Bile juice, it is produced within the liver, but it is being stored within the gallbladder. The composition of bile juice will be water, bile salt and bile pigments. This was about liver. Now let us see first pancreas. Uske baad I will come on to this common bile duct and cystic duct and all. Okay. Pancreas, it is a heterocrine gland. It is actually a heterocrine gland. Hetero means different. So heterocrine gland means it has both the function. Endocrine function भी होता है and exocrine function भी होता है. You know, you can differentiate between endocrine and exocrine function of a gland. Exocrine function is when the hormone, when a particular secretion is going to get released in. What is the difference between exocrine and endocrine function? Tell me. Yes, exocrine वाला जो duct, exocrine function जो है, it has duct, right? Exocrine gland अगर है तो it will have duct, and also its secretion will be in a particular organ. Or you can say site. Endocrine अगर gland होगा, it will be a ductless gland. इनकी जो secretions होते हैं वो generally hormone होते हैं, which directly pour into the blood. Yes, exocrine में duct होते हैं and इनका जो secretion होता है वो generally enzymatic secretion होता है, which is going to get secreted into a particular organ. And endocrine का function ductless gland होते हैं और उनका secretion generally hormone के form में होता है, which is poured directly into the blood. But this pancreas gland, बच्चा, pancreas gland has both the function. It can perform endocrine function as well as exocrine function. That is why it is considered to be a heterocrine gland. Okay. So pancreas, heterocrine gland, it opens into the duodenum region only of the small intestine through the pancreatic duct. Okay. And as I have told you, it has both the function, it has both the tissues which can perform exocrine function as well as endocrine function. Now exocrine function is the one that is going to secrete pancreatic juice. So pancreatic gland में जो exocrine tissues हैं, exocrine tissues are going to secrete pancreatic juice, which will help in digestion. Endocrine function में इसका कौन सा function आ जाता है? इंसुलिन हार्मोन वाला endocrine में. Okay, so वो endocrine function अभी यहाँ पे discuss नहीं करना है. That we will discuss when we will be discussing control and coordination chapter. So abhi we are concerned with only the exocrine part. That is the part that is going to secrete pancreatic juice. Okay. So pancreas, it is a heterocrine gland present just below the liver, opens into the duodenum region. Heterocrine function is so it can perform endocrine function as well as exocrine function. But exocrine function is the one that is going to secrete pancreatic juice. Now, just look at this image that is in front of you. Please look at this image. Okay, liver is there, and as I have told you, it has two lobes. So it is divided into right lobe and left lobe. It has two lobes, right lobe and left lobe. Okay. Now liver से जो बच्चा ductorize हो रहा है, liver से जो ductorize हो रहा है, it is known as hepatic duct. It is known as hepatic duct. So right lobe से right hepatic duct will join the left hepatic duct. Left lobe से left hepatic duct. And commonly these ducts are known as common hepatic duct. Hepat word जो है ना, the word hepat, it is for liver. So right hepatic duct from right lobe, left hepatic duct is coming from left lobe, and commonly these ducts are known as common hepatic duct. Let me explain once again. Liver is divided into two lobes, right and left. The ducts arising from liver are known as hepatic ducts. So from the right duct, which the voice is breaking, is it not able to understand? Just try to understand. Okay, it's clear. So right duct se bachcha, right lobe se bachcha, right duct is coming. From the left lobe of liver, left hepatic duct is coming. And commonly these two ducts are joining to form common hepatic duct. Okay. Now gallbladder is also there. Gallbladder is also lying below the liver. And gallbladder के duct को क्या बोलते हैं? It is known as cystic duct. The duct that is arising from the gallbladder, it is known as cystic duct. Now, after the common hepatic duct and cystic duct, these two ducts are joined. These are known as common bile duct. Because दोनों से क्या secrete होगा? Bile, right? So common bile duct. Because जो hepatic duct है वो क्या लेकर आएगा? Liver से लेकर आएगा what? Bile juice. और bile juice अगर वहाँ पे required नहीं है तो it will go through the cystic duct and gets deposited into the gallbladder. And when again it will be required in the body, it will come out through cystic duct. Okay. So what is happening? The liver has two lobes, right and left. दोनों लोब से ducts are arising. The right hepatic duct and left hepatic duct. These two ducts are joined to form common hepatic duct. Common hepatic duct joins the cystic duct that is coming from gallbladder to form common bile duct. Okay? Is it clear till now, bacha? The duct of gallbladder is known as cystic duct and the duct of liver is known as hepatic duct. Both are joining to form common bile duct. Now this common bile duct will open into this small intestine, and through this common bile duct, the bile juice will be released into the duodenum region of the small intestine. So now the next thing, the bile duct and the pancreatic duct, these open together into the duodenum region of the bile duct is coming from here, common bile duct, but this pancreatic duct is also coming from pancreas. ये दोनों duct अब किसके through open होते हैं? Common hepatopancreatic duct, known as common hepatopancreatic duct. Hepat is from liver, so liver से कौन सा आ रहा है? Ultimately common bile duct आ रहा है. Common bile duct joins with the duct of pancreas, that is pancreatic duct, and again it forms a duct known as common hepatopancreatic duct. जिसमें liver का भी आ गया, liver pancreatic duct means hepatopancreatic duct, and it is guarded by a sphincter again known as sphincter of Oddi. Known as sphincter of Oddi. This slide, is it clear, bacha? Till now. This slide is clear? Everyone? Okay. Okay. So mainly liver के through, इन सब duct के through क्या release हो रहा है? Liver में क्या produce हो रहा है? What is producing in liver? The bile juice. And when it is not required in the body, it is being stored in the gallbladder. Okay? and through the common bile duct, it can come into the region of common hepatopancreatic duct, which is formed with the joining of another duct, that is pancreatic duct, coming from the pancreas. Now let us discuss what is actually happening in small intestine. So but we have seen small intestine में mainly तीन juices release हो रहे हैं. One is intestinal juice, उसका खुद का juice, that is succus centricus. Second is bile juice, that is coming from the liver, and the third is pancreatic juice, that is coming from pancreas. So all these three types of secretions are being secreted in the small intestine region. And with the secretion of all these, with the help of all these secretions, the food is going to get digested completely in the small intestine. So that is why the small intestine is it is also known as the site of complete digestion. The site within the alimentary canal where complete digestion process takes place. Okay, so three types of juices: intestinal juice, pancreatic juice, and bile juice. Now let us see कि कैसे digestion हो रहा है, what is happening. So small intestine, digestion in small intestine, it is the site for complete digestion, and three types of digestive juices are being released here: intestinal juice, pancreatic juice, and bile juice. So mainly चार चीजों का digestion होगा. One is protein, the other is carbohydrate, the third one is nucleic acid, that is DNA and RNA, कोई भी nucleic acid, and the fourth one is fat. So ये चार component हमारे food में mainly present होते हैं जिनका digestion process करना है: protein, carbohydrate, fat, and nucleic acid. Nucleic acid, that is DNA or RNA. Okay, so let us first start with protein. Let us see how protein is being digested in small intestine. Okay, so what is happening बच्चा? Protein digestion हम लोग पढ़ने वाले हैं. We are going to start with the digestion of protein within the small intestine. And what is happening within the small intestine? Intestinal juice अगर secrete हो रहा है, intestinal juice में एक enzyme present है, erepsin, also known as peptidase enzyme, erepsin and peptidase, both the name one and same thing, just terminology is different. So intestinal juice में कौन सी enzyme present है? Erepsin और peptidase enzyme. This enzyme will act on peptide. And convert them into amino acid, which is the simplest form for protein. Amino acids are the simplest form for protein. So what is happening here, bacha? Already we have seen in the stomach region that proteins are converted into peptide, which was the small form for protein. प्रोटीन अपने शॉर्टन फॉर्म में थोड़ा सा ब्रेक हो गए, जिनको हमने पेप्टाइड बोला, राइट? नाउ जो ये पेप्टाइड्स हैं, इन पेप्टाइड्स पे इन द रीजन ऑफ स्टमक, दिस erepsin or the peptidase enzyme will act and it gets converted into smallest form of protein known as amino acid. Is it clear, bachcha? This step is clear. The very first, the erepsin enzyme or the peptidase enzyme, it is present in the intestinal juice and it is converting the peptide into the amino acid, which is this simplest form for protein. Now pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice में क्या हो रहा है? See, pancreatic juice में there is an enzyme that is present known as trypsinogen. Which enzyme is present? Trypsinogen. Again, just like trypsinogen. This trypsinogen enzyme is also in its inactive state. When it is secreted through pancreatic juice, it is in its inactive state. And with the presence of it, enterokinase enzyme. Enterokinase enzyme. But this enzyme, it is not present in pancreatic juice. It is present in intestinal juice. Please note it down. इंटेस्टाइनल जूस में प्रेजेंट थी एंटेरोकाइनेज एंजाइम. एंटेरोसाइट जो वर्ड है, एंटेरोसाइट्स आर, एंटेरो वर्ड इज एक्चुअली फॉर स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन. सो एंटेरोसाइट सेल प्रेजेंट होते हैं स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन में, एंड these enterocyte cell, they secrete this enterokinase enzyme. So this enterokinase enzyme is actually present in intestinal juice. Okay, and this enzyme will act on trypsinogen. Trypsinogen किसमें present है? Pancreatic juice में, और उसको उसके active form में convert कर देगा, that is trypsin. So trypsinogen present in pancreatic juice in the presence of enterokinase enzyme that is present in intestinal juice. The trypsinogen is being converted into its active form, that is trypsin. Now this trypsin will further act on another inactive enzyme known as chymotrypsinogen. So this chymotrypsinogen enzyme, it will, in the presence of trypsin enzyme, get converted into chymotrypsin, which is its active form. And this chymotrypsin is actually the one which is going to break down protein or peptone. Whatever protein and peptone that were left in the food, that were not digested or that were not broken down into the stomach region, it is now fully digested and gets converted into peptide. बच्चा प्रोएंजाइम क्या होता है? प्रोएंजाइम इज द इनएक्टिव फॉर्म. तो आप उसको इनएक्टिव फॉर्म भी लिख सकते हो और प्रोएंजाइम भी लिख सकते हो. वन एंड सेम थिंग. प्रोएंजाइम इज द इनएक्टिव फॉर्म ओनली. ओके, सो क्या हो रहा है बच्चा, एक बार जल्दी से फिर से देखते हैं. पैनक्रियाटिक जूस में ट्रिप्सिनोजन प्रेजेंट है इनएक्टिव स्टेट में, एंड इंटेस्टाइनल जूस में एंटेरोकाइनेज प्रेजेंट है. सो एंटेरोकाइनेज क्या करेगा? इट विल एक्ट ऑन ट्रिप्सिनोजन और उसको एक्टिव फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट कर देगा ट्रिप्सिन. नाउ ट्रिप्सिन विल एक्ट ऑन chymotrypsinogen and will convert it into its active form, that is chymotrypsin. And chymotrypsin will act on protein or peptones and convert into peptide. अब ये भी पेप्टाइड जो बने, इन पे भी कौन सा एंजाइम एक्ट कर सकता है? एरिप्सिन और पेप्टाइडेज एंजाइम, जो ऊपर इंटेस्टाइनल जूस में प्रेजेंट है, और उसको इसके सिंपलेस्ट फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट करेगा, दैट इज अमीनो एसिड. इज इट अंडरस्टूड बच्चा? एवरीवन? प्रोटीन डाइजेशन. Yes, proteosis is protein only. It is a class of protein बच्चा. फिर से एक बार एक्सप्लेन कर रही हूँ, फिर से एक बार सुनो. ओके, प्रोटीन का डाइजेशन पैनक्रियाटिक जूस से स्टार्ट करते हैं बच्चा. ट्रिप्सिनोजन प्रेजेंट है पैनक्रियाटिक जूस में इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ एंटेरोकाइनेज एंजाइम जो प्रेजेंट है इंटेस्टाइनल जूस में. इट इज बीइंग कन्वर्टेड इनटू ट्रिप्सिन एंजाइम in its active form. Now this trypsin will further act of another enzyme known as chymotrypsinogen and convert it into its inactive form, that is chymotrypsin. Now chymotrypsin will act on all the proteins or the peptone that were not digested in the stomach and converted into polypeptides. Polypeptides are peptides only. Many peptides attached together are known as polypeptide. मतलब large amino acid structure you can say. ओके, पॉलीपेप्टाइड बन गया, पेप्टाइड बन गया. इन पेप्टाइड्स को, जितने भी पेप्टाइड्स यहाँ बने हैं प्लस जितने भी पेप्टाइड्स बचा स्टमक में बना है, all those peptides will get converted into simplest form of protein, that is amino acid, in the presence of trypsin enzyme that is secreted through intestinal juice. Sneha, chymotrypsinogen is also present in pancreatic juice. Trypsinogen and chymotrypsinogen both are present in pancreatic juice. Okay, so I'm not going to proceed further. Till now, whatever doubts you have, please ask. इसके आगे का हम next class में करेंगे. Otherwise, I won't be able to take doubts. It's already 7:05. So whatever doubts you have, you can ask. Those students who don't have any doubt, leave. Bye. Take care. बच्चा वॉमिटिंग के रीजन अलग अलग हो सकते हैं. अभिनव, when you are feeling very full, ओवर ईटिंग हो गया है, या नोजिया जिसमें हार्मोन्स का रोल होता है, उसके थ्रू भी वॉमिटिंग हो सकता है. तो उसमें एक्चुअली क्या होता है, फोर्सफुल एक्सपल्शन होता है फूड का. सो ऑलरेडी पेरिस्टाल्सिस मूवमेंट चल रही होती है, बट रिवर्स पेरिस्टाल्सिस मूवमेंट होती है उस टाइम पे. So reasons can be different. Yes, anyone, any other doubt? Which part clear nahi hai, so you can ask. Is there anything that is not clear? Yes, anyone, any other doubt? Yes, Nitya. Okay, then you can take rest, take a break. Then you have your, and then you will have your third lecture. So I'm going to end the meeting. Bye bye. Take care. Good night. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.